Hey y'all, welcome back to Believe Your Vision show, and today we are getting into the very last episode of this season, and this episode is going to be called Be You Boldly. Now, if you are new to this channel, I am Latoya Riley, and our series that we have been talking about for the past 3 weeks has basically been about self-growth, confidence, and becoming the best version of you. Now, of course, before I get into this episode, please make sure that you subscribe and that you also like this video and that you click the bell to get all of our notifications. We're just going to go ahead and jump and dive right into Be You Boldly. Now, what that means is be authentically you. Being authentically you means showing up for who you are, no matter what somebody says about you, what they didn't say about you, whatever, okay? Being you is being you. All of your flaws, all of the good things, all of the bad things, and not necessarily, like portraying those things or portraying the negative things, portraying the bad things, but none of us are perfect, but it's just about showing up in the skin that you're in. Because eventually all of that will lead to the person that you are, trying to become, and the person that, you're destined for. So the different things that, has happened to you, past situations, relationships, past experiences, even the current things that you're going through, all of that shapes who you are. Sometimes and I'm guilty of this too, sometimes we try to, put on a mask and try to be this person that we're not, just to either, fit in or just to, be liked by somebody. But, I just think sometimes we do that so we can get the validation that we're looking for, or be liked by the person that we want to be liked by, just any and everything. And you're someone that used to always just speak negative about yourself and about other people, and let's just say now you're not a negative person. When you were negative, that shaped the person that you are now in that positive aspect, because you went from, okay, I used to talk about this person, I used to talk about that person, I used to talk about myself, I used to, say, oh, I can't do this, or I'm not good at this. But then eventually you changed your mindset, or, you found some type of way that allowed you to go from the negative aspect to the positive aspect, which is now helping you to become the person that, you're trying to be. So I say that in reference to accept where you were. Like, don't bypass that. Don't not talk about it, because you can't get from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? You can't get from point A to point C without going through point B, if that makes sense. So all of those different phases, of your life matter. It's okay to accept what has happened, but not stay there, not continue to bring it up. Just say, hey, own it. Hey, yeah, that did used to be me. Hey, yeah, I did used to, drink a little bit. Hey, yeah, I did, used to smoke a little bit. Hey, yeah, I did, I'm just naming things, but I'm just saying that's just who you used to be. And it shows other people that are going through that, okay, hey, it's possible to change, and you have to trust the process. But don't just be like, okay, well, I'm a negative person and that's just me, and I'm never going to be positive, so you either accept me for who I am or not. Like, that's not going to help you become the person that you're destined to be, because you're saying, oh, okay, I'm a negative person, so accept me for the negative person that I am. Because, who wants to be negative? You get what I'm saying? Just as an example. So I'm saying accept who you were, but don't stay there. Don't allow that to just be you, because you shouldn't want that on you. You should want to think positive, talk positive things, and speak positive things over your life, because you're manifesting those things like in your future, and then in generations, to come down, your legacy and stuff like that. So, and that's what this shirt also says. It says, accept, I don't know if you guys can see, but it says accepting who you are, past, present, and future. And so this is an older shirt, but it is Believe Your Vision, and it says mentoring program, because that is initially what I had started, was a youth mentoring program And then I kind of expanded, and I was like, there's other people that, I can reach out to. It doesn't just specifically have to be the youth. And so now mentoring the youth, but also mentoring, adults, and using, this platform to share my personal experience with people of all ages. I do also have this particular book, and this is just a journal, that one of the journals that I created, and this says journal prompts for teenagers with motivational quotes. And so of course inside it does have a few motivational quotes that teenagers are able to talk about, write about, but it gets them to just write down their feelings and write down what they're going through, how they can better themselves. And so I have this for teenagers, and then I also have a few other journals and notebooks for younger children, in addition to a few adult journals and prayer journals as well. And so you guys can always check that out at B.Y.V mentoring.com. Life and death lies in the power of the tongue, and if you continue to speak negative things over you and your family, then that's all that's going to come. But if you start to speak positivity and manifesting in the truth, then that is essentially what will come is the positivity. All this stuff that I'm saying to y'all, like, I'm in the process, like I'm living it too, like it was a struggle, honestly, for me to get up and like do these different episodes, and I'm just like, not in a negative way, but it's just like, I know I want to do it, I gotta do it, but sometimes it be days I don't feel like, recording, and it'd be like, no, you gotta get up, you gotta record, because I'm in this season where I'm growing myself, but in the process of me growing myself, I'm helping others too. So it's just like, nah, so you gotta get up, you gotta do this video, you gotta record this video, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And every day, like I said, every day is not perfect, but I would say at least checking one or two things off my list. Like, okay, I got this done, got this done, got this done. Let's move on to the next day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear some taps. It's my dog that just keeps tapping his little feet. You want to say hey to the people? Would you like to say hey to the people? And this is Cosmo. If any of you don't know Cosmo, this is my fur baby. I had him since he was 9 weeks, and he is now 10 years old. So this is my little Pookie Poo. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? But yeah, y'all. So just be you. Just be you. And those who truly admire you are going to be there. They're going to be there. They're going to be your ride or dies. They're going to, stick with you through thick and thin. You may not talk to them every day, and that's okay too. But those who are for you are going to be for you. And trust me, those who aren't, let them go. Because, obviously, again, they're not, the ones who are supposed to move with you into your next chapter, And again, like I said, that's okay too. So don't be afraid to show up for yourself, but also more importantly, don't be afraid to, show up and show the people what you got. You know what I'm saying? Show the people what you got. They don't know if you don't tell them. Okay? They don't know if you don't tell them. So be you boldly, confidently, okay? Authentically, and show up and rock out. Never give up. Learn from your mistakes, learn from your past, take those experiences and the things that you learned, put it into your present to help mold you, guide you, help you grow to, your destiny and the desires of your heart of where you want to be. Do your vision board. I have I have 3 vision boards up on my wall, but I did 2 vision boards this year, manifesting the things that I personally want in my life. So speak those things over yourself. It's okay. Mistakes happen. We fail, and we fail. But those failures are just lessons learned and just a part of the process and just steps, that we have to take in order to continue to succeed and be great. Be you boldly. And that is the end and conclusion of the Becoming the Best Version of You series, which was episode 4, that we got into Be You Boldly. And so if you like this series, make sure that you give this video and go back and check the other different episodes, 1, 2, and 3. So make sure you check those out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell for all the notifications. And stay tuned because we are getting ready to hit season 2. I won't reveal what that topic is going to be about, but we are moving into season 2 with another set of different episodes on a slightly different topic, but it is all still in reference to self-growth, being confident, showing up as yourself, accepting you, finding your purpose, and we're gonna rock it out. So have any questions, send all of your questions in. You can leave comments, but send all of your questions to my email, which is byvmentoring@gmail.com. And then that way, if you do have any particular topics that you would like for me to discuss, I can do so on a few of my episodes. And until next time, I appreciate all of your support. See ya. You want to say bye? Hey, you want to say bye? You want to say bye? Say bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye to the people.